Today I'm going to draw a gnome. And my gnomes, the way I draw them, they're mostly all nose. And then the face revolves around the nose. So I'm going to just draw like a basic shape. Almost like a teardrop. And like I mentioned before, you know, the nose is huge. Huge nose. It almost looks cartoony. And the eyes will be here, the eye over here. And then we can have his mouth down here somewhere. And that looks like a caricature, a cartoon character. Let's zoom in. But I will work off of this this image here and turn it to more of a believable caricature of a gnome. And we'll have him, his eyebrows over here are going to be thick. Thick eyebrows. And we're going to give him nostrils. And I want to give this guy some smaller eyes. And you see he, little by little I start adding these details and it starts to change. Now the mouth could be wider because he has a really wide nose. So the mouth should be way out here. Like that. And the ears, actually, well, let's work on the cheekbones. Here's the side of the head, side over here. So he's sort of a little 3/4 view, not completely. And he's going to have a beard. So we're going to just draw some hair on the sides. And the beard's going to come in. You can draw your hair how you want to. Just I always usually give them wavy hair. And it'll be attached here, the bottom lip. Corners of the mouth. And see how he starts to come along. We started with a sort of a cartoony this. Bend the lip up some. I feel like it's too flat. There. This guy's not a happy guy since he was very serious. He spends most of his time underground working the mines. And I'm sort of building the upper lip. And I'll just quickly shade it just so I know that's the upper lip. I'll go back to the ears. Ears fall between the eyes and the bottom of the nose, over here somewhere. But we can give the ears some character. Have them like that, bend and out. And then bend and out. So this guy has really thick ears. Just like that. So this ear looks a little bigger than this one. We can make this one bigger. Just like that. So he's coming along, and they have really, my gnomes don't have much of a top of the head. They're just, like I said, they're all mostly nose. They do have brows. Of course, he's not wearing any helmets or anything. Just defining the hair. We get some hair go over behind his ear. And let's darken the inside of the eye. As he has thick brows. Let's give it some thickness by adding shadow. And obviously he's going to have some hairy eyebrows. Like that. I mean, that's good for now. I clean these up some so I can see it better. And I'm going to work on his eyes. I'm going to give him small eyes. And the inside, the eyes have this little area that curves in and out. And he's going to have the bottom part of the eyeball over here. Okay, have some wrinkles that go in there, like that. And we can give this guy like this ginormous bone here. We'll see how that plays out. And sometimes the nose has like almost looks like a butt. Down here. Don't like this part. Instead, give him a ridge there where it's catching light. Maybe he has like a big bone that sticks out here. Sticks out and it goes back like this. So if I were to draw a line, it'd be like this, big bump, and then another big bump. So I just put the line there so you can see. If you're looking at it sideways. Back to the tip of the nose. He has an interesting nose. So this is you know, fantasy art. Make your nose interesting. Give it some character. And we have the nostril, which curves underneath that nose part. Just like that. Go back over here. Give him top part of the lip. They do have lips. There, and then we put some sort of wrinkles in there. Maybe his lips are cracked. Let's see here, what else can we work on this guy? Maybe you could give him some wispy hairs on the top. Not much. And then we can have him looking sort of that direction. And we'll leave a little white dot in there. There. Let's define some more of the eye underneath here. Just like that. And you know, I make adjustments as I go on. Like I just popped out the cheekbone a little more there. The shading. He's not making much of a expression, so it's just there. So he's come a long way from that little goofy face at the beginning, but it was a starting point. And then here with the bottom lip, obviously there's some sort of detail showing that he has a bottom lip. You don't have to, I mean, I just have fun with it. You could just not even have that. But I choose to do it. And here the lip folds under. And from these corner here, there's shadow. It goes up. Like that. And let's see, what else can we do to this guy? He's gonna have a really stubby neck. So maybe this is his shoulders over here. Just to give you an idea. Definitely a lot more, a little different than the dwarves, but they're related, like cousins. And here we want to show that the hair is growing into the face. We break the line up. Don't draw a solid line. It sort of kills the feel of the hair. And get creative with a beard. I mean, some dwarves have like some gnomes could have, I don't know, like a detail like that. Maybe another one over here. If you feel that's too much, let's just erase it. You're like, oh, that's too much. And this is what I do. I goof around, add things. If I don't like them, I just get rid of them. And if maybe you want to show chin on this one, make them a little different. So let's shape his chin out. Maybe his chin is like that. We give him a chin, which means we get rid of the hair here, the hair details. But we'll give him hair here, and there, and there, and then we can sort of give him hair down here. Like sideburns, I suppose. We'll erase these here. We're gonna erase some lines there to show that it's attached to the chin. And we're gonna have shadow down here. He has a cleft. Not cleft, I'm sorry. A dimple. He has a dimple over here, maybe. And then we round off the chin with a little shadow. And this goes up and out. Just like that. If you don't like the detail, we'll just get rid of it. We'll get rid of it completely, so it's gone. And shadows. Shading is your best friend when it comes to art. Let's see here. Yeah. Maybe this goes in front a little bit, since it's sort of turned a little bit. And what else can we do to this guy? I mean, it's a sketch. I could call it done. But I'll go in here and do more shadow work. I'll get rid of this line. And the light obviously is coming from above. So let's work some shadow magic. These are just really simple, shading techniques. Sort of all going about the same direction. You can go in the crosshatch if you like, but not necessary. Soften this here. You could even darken this a little bit, like that. And a beautiful gnome nose. We'll work on that. And we can darken this down here. Like that. Darken this down here. Blend that up. And that's how we start doing our fun shading. Then so a huge nose is going to cast a shadow down here. And like I mentioned many times, make your shadows look interesting, so we can sort of darken the inside of it. And fade it out. We can darken the corner of the mouth, fade it in, darken the corner of the mouth and fade it in, like that. Soften this edge here. And we can sort of shade this in. Soften this edge here, so it's not so harsh. Like that. And here we could put more of a darker shadow down below. Sure that the jowls, the part goes in. And we can also do the same thing for the chin down here. Sort of darken it. And we'll cross hatch the other way. And again the other direction. And so we're just sort of building up the shadow work. And here we can sort of darken it here, so make it look like it's bulging. It's bulging over the eye. And we darken in here to show that it's sort of deep in there. And we'll shade a little bit of this area here to show that it goes in. Like that, and then we could put a little bit of shading here and some over here. Like that. You notice how it just comes alive with all the shadow lines. A lot of fun. You could even put some just dots and maybe scratches. A bump there. You know, make him look like he's weathered, I suppose. And we're gonna shade in his hair. Sort of just sporadically move it around. And we can shade underneath the eyebrow to show that there's a little bit of a shadow there. Like that. And let's make these rounded. So I'm just going to make a line here and shade it up like that. And then shade this inside here. Shade that bottom part. And then this part goes up like that. It's got funny looking ears. Like that. And we go to the other side. Draw a line. And then color half of that. Sorry, shade half of that. Like that. And then shade again. Right there at the edge. To sort of give it a rounded look. And this will mostly be in shadow, but I'm going to have a little highlight there. And this will be in shadow. Maybe this will catch a little highlight and the rest will be in shadow. So you kind of just leave the little highlights and have fun shading. This will be in shadow. Then we can do the hair, and I'm just going to move this around here. Different directions. This is done very quickly, you know, just that's what gives it that sketchy look, you know. Gives it life. Makes it look like it's moving. Shadow. And then I can pick some hairs out, like maybe here and there. and then shade those in, and fade them in. Maybe I'll pick another hair over here, shade that in, maybe another hair here, and it gives you a different look. It's still sketchy, but at least you bring some interest to the hair, sideburns. Fade that up, maybe here. Fade that up. So you give have fun with the hair. It looks like hair, but you start doing these little fun little details, and it just changes the artwork, changes the look. You see, just experiment with your hair, as I say. And then figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. This over here would be in shadow. I'm just going to do this real quick. Like that. This would be in shadow. And there you have a gnome. Soften the lips some. I'll sign it right here. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love drawing dwarves and gnomes, and they're just so cool. They'll have a lot of character in them. Stay tuned for my next one.